Yeah, it's Kansas City Whips.
No, it's straight drop loop.
It's the Pac-Man, bitch. It's Will Slap. Big Wayne, baby.
Kelly 246.
It's your boy DJ Street King.
J Rocky Montana.
And we with the Most Hated Podcast.
Bitch, I was supposed to go first.
It's the Most Hated Podcast.
It's your boy Goldmouf Famgoon, and I'm popping flavor with the Most Hated Podcast. You know what it is.
Yeah. Fatty the Driver fucking with the Most Hated Podcast, man. That's him.
Man, yeah, it's Kansas City Whips. I'm here with the Most Hated Podcast.
It's the Brody with the Most Hated Podcast.
What's the motherfucking deal, man? You already know. Straight drop loop fucking around on the Most Hated Podcast. All that dope up.
Most Hated.
It's the Ray bitch, and we the Most Hated.
It's the Most Hated Podcast. Bitch, I was supposed to go first.
It's the Most Hated Podcast. You see what's going down.
Most Hated.
Most Hated, man. We back with another one, man. We back with it, back live.
We in this
going
motherfucker.
stupid. And we got a special guest for y'all, man.
All the way from ATL.
All the way from ATL, man.
ATL.
We got Gold Fam.
It's Goldmouf.
Goldmouf.
I go by the name of
I knew I was
Goldmouf.
gonna fuck that motherfucker up, boy.
Goldmouf, man.
I always do that
always
shit.
fuck up
Yeah.
names, man.
But, man.
And you know, niggas don't play by their names and shit,
I
my
swear
nigga.
to, hey.
You know what I'm saying?
But since I do it so much, they give me that little. They just know it's gonna come out fucked up.
All right, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You do that shit so much.
Hey,
You,
dang,
yeah.
I'm gonna fuck up somebody. I ain't gonna lie to you.
So you know for fucking up niggas' names, huh?
Every damn episode, fucking somebody.
Down there, every episode, somebody name gonna be fucked
That
up.
shit crazy.
Well, allow
We
me to
got Goldmouf
reintroduce
in this
myself.
motherfucker.
My name is Gold. Who? Let's get it.
Y'all know who it is,
Yeah.
man. Goldmouf in this.
We got Goldmouf in this motherfucker, man. Most
pop it
Hated,
off,
all the way
man.
from ATL, man. First of all, we just gonna get into it just real simple. Goldmouf, where did the name come from?
You know, when I was young and shit, you know, a lot of people said I talk real smooth.
Okay.
And then just so coincidentally, I had got a mouthful of gold on top of that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You know, I think, yeah, so that shit came like that, you know what I'm saying?
Smooth like gold.
Yeah, real slick talking
Yeah.
shit. You know what I'm saying? Now they say we pop it, you know, in Atlanta, you know, they got all that, you know, the sauce.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Niggas think they
yeah.
can finesse a motherfucking, a goddamn, a fish off a cat truck, you know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah.
So that's how that shit be going.
So this happened at a young age? Or
yeah,
Okay.
at a young age.
Okay.
Yeah.
You was born and raised in Atlanta?
Nah, I'm from Macon, Georgia.
Straight
I'm
up.
originally from Macon. You know, I when I got a little older, I moved to Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Niggas in Macon who, Macon is a gang bang culture. So
How
it's-
far away is it from each other?
It's like 45 minutes, no longer
Okay.
than an hour.
Okay.
Be in the city of Macon, so it's middle of Georgia.
Okay.
It's a gang bang culture. So growing up in Macon, everybody, you know, had a dream of getting a little money and being able to move to Atlanta. You know what I'm
Straight
saying?
up.
So
Straight up.
yeah, so that was one of my dreams, and you know, I accomplished that goal. I got a little paper, and I was able to move to the big city.
Oh, yeah.
Interact with the big dogs, you know what I'm saying,
what's
and
up.
still represent my hometown, Macon, Georgia. You feel me?
Straight up. So at what moment was it able to elevate to that? What moment was?
I mean, I
was
was
it
a-
with the rapping shit or?
Nah, I was, you know, I did it. You know, I'm a real big street nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So it was already.
Before the rap shit, I made millions when I was young, when I was a teenager. You know what I'm saying? So I was able to make the transition from Macon to Atlanta as a teenager. You know what I'm saying?
That's smooth.
So how was it growing up?
Yeah, that's major right there.
How was it growing up in Atlanta?
I didn't grow up in Atlanta. I grew up
We
in
grew up
Macon.
in Macon.
How was it growing up in Macon?
Nigga, you high, nigga.
He's in my eyes.
I'm fucked up.
Nah, you know what I'm saying? Growing up in Macon, like I say, it was, you know, it's the same shit everywhere, man. The hood, you know, poverty, you know, single parents, gang bang culture, you know what I'm saying? So it was pretty rough. You know, nigga had to really find their way. Like, you know, you look up the OGs and, you know what I'm saying, some niggas you look up to, you realize when you get a little older that them ain't the niggas you should have been looking up to.
Straight up.
So, you know, you follow in a lot of different paths and footsteps of motherfuckers that you thought, you know, had everything all right, had life figured out right, and then, you know what I'm saying, until you figure out that shit was all wrong, now you gotta reconfigure shit. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, shit.
So that's basically how it was. So, you know, it was one of them, you know, them ghetto stories. All our stories pretty much the same, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Some of our shit a little harsh than others, but for the most part it's the same basic, you know what I'm saying? Nigga, you know, mama, dad on drugs, nigga gotta pretty much find a way, you know, single parent household, dad in and out of prison. So you gotta pretty much figure out what you gonna do in life and how you gonna figure out a way to get the fuck up out the slums, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, shit.
So you the only child?
Nah.
Youngest child?
I had I got 7 siblings. Damn. I got more now, you know what I'm saying? But growing up we had 7.
So where you fall in place?
I'm in the middle.
Right in the middle?
Yeah, I fall right in the middle.
Straight up.
And it's crazy because I was perceived, I was looked upon as from my sisters and brothers as like the oldest. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I had to do all the shit, you know what I'm saying? I had to put the food in the fridge. I had to, you know what I'm saying, make sure my sister them was straight. I had to look out for my mama, you know what I'm saying? So I was pretty much almost something like the youngest, but I had to roll as the oldest.
Yeah, a lot on your shoulders at that age, straight up.
That's smooth. So what made you like switch over to the rap game type shit?
When did you start?
Growing up, I always did the rap shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I always wanted to play with the rhymes and do the rap shit. You know what I'm saying? I watch niggas like Lil Bow Wow and, you know what I'm saying, niggas like that do they thing. So I wanted to be in that lane. Yeah, I wanted to, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to do the rap shit. I've been pretty good with words, you know, pretty good with rhymes and shit. So
all right.
Straight up. Now I want to take it back when you was talking about going over to Atlanta. How was it with the transition going over to Atlanta for the first time and really out there? Yeah, when you first came out there.
Macon didn't really have everything I needed.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? As far as like, because when you start making a lot of money at a young age, you know, you begin to hang in different environments that comes with class,
right? That
comes with, you know, a certain type of elegance. And once I got exposed to that shit, you know what I'm saying, I realized that, you know, in game bang making, you know, they ain't had the type of lifestyle that I really wanted to lead. I ain't want to live in those type of environments. You can have all the money in the world, but you living in a motherfucking country that not saying making is the country, but you living in what I mean is the example. You can have all the money in the world, but if you can't really do nothing with your money, but what everybody else doing, then what the purpose of having the bag for?
Yeah,
I need to get the bag, and I need to transfer myself to a situation where niggas enjoying the bag, and it comes with that life that you want for yourself.
Yeah, okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So in making, if I had the bag, only thing I'm gonna do is be standing on the corner with my nigga them in a new Dickie outfit with some new Chucks on, throwing up some motherfucking gang signs. You know what I'm saying? I riding around in a low with switches on this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So, but in Atlanta, it's the lifestyle. You know, you gonna hit the elegant restaurants. You gonna see the elegant bitches. You know what I'm saying? In making, you know, it's just all the around the way girls. You know what I'm saying? So it was just a different type of lifestyle for me that translated into, when you get the bag, go to Atlanta and live your best life. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I did. I got the money, and I wanted to go live in the high-rise buildings. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to go to the Houstons, the Benihana's, because in my city it wasn't no Benihana. You know, it went no. You know what I'm saying? Elegant women walking around that I had access to.
So you wanted a new scenery.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to change. I wanted to change the environment. And when you get into them environments, what it does, it makes you go harder.
Yeah.
Because if you live in this, say you live in this basement, that's all you see.
Yeah.
So you ain't gonna really strive to live in that mansion, so to speak, because this all you see.
Right.
You know, But once you get out of that basement and you go to seeing, damn, this a penthouse, damn, this a mansion, damn, that go Holyfield mansion right there. That go motherfucking Jermaine Dupri mansion. What it does, it gives you inspiration. And it gives you inspiration, and you become inspired.
Right.
And what you want to do is you want to work towards that goal because you see it's reachable. You see it's attainable. This nigga the same color I am. This nigga black like I am. He came from a similar backstory. So now I can do this shit too.
Yeah.
So you kind of want to get around people, get around places and things that'll inspire you to do more, that'll, you know what I'm saying, inspire you to be a better and more, you know what I'm saying, effective hustler, a citizen, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. You feel me?
Shit. Real shit.
Somebody
That's
in
what's up.
particular when you was younger that you like got to see their lifestyle and it made you want to turn it up a little bit?
I mean, I used to watch MTV Cribs and what that shit was.
Yeah, MTV Cribs. Yeah, that's one for sure. Yeah,
Yeah, you know, watch that type of stuff.
Yeah,
I used to watch BET, you know what I'm saying, and be like, damn, they show their cribs on here. And I'd be like, damn, man, I want to live like that. You know,
like that. Fact.
Nah, for real.
Yeah.
Before going to Atlanta, do you think about just going to another state?
Hell no. What I'm going to another state for? Atlanta got everything I need. What the fuck?
You want to do something different?
Nah, that ain't.
Going to Cali, Texas.
Nah, what I'm saying is that
Atlanta
being
was
young,
just close
Atlanta
right
was
there.
the different.
Yeah.
Atlanta
It's
was
like
the
the other
different.
side. Like, yeah.
But now, seeing what you see,
I mean,
stay in Atlanta.
I'm global now, you know what I'm saying? Like,
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, I'm global now. I'm in Kansas City now, you know what I'm saying? Shit. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out Goldmouf, man. Most hated.
I'm global now, you know what I'm saying?
He moving around.
You like, shit, I want more than Atlanta, right?
Nah, I mean, really, to be honest with you, man, Atlanta one of those cities that,
It's
of course,
the Black Mecca.
yeah, it's a black mecca. So
for sure.
if you black and you in business, especially the entertainment business, that's a place that you definitely gotta get your feet wet in. That's a place that you gotta, you know what I'm saying, plant yourself in, and you know you gotta network in Atlanta.
You went out there solo, or did you have like a crew or something with
Nah, I
you?
went solo.
Okay.
I do a lot of shit solo. Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I went to Atlanta. You know, I laid the shit down and I made my way. 'Cause you know the Atlanta niggas. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all my ATL, but them niggas scared of the making niggas, man. Them making niggas, the making niggas gangsters. See, Atlanta. See, let me tell y'all the difference between making and Atlanta.
Yeah.
See, Atlanta, they are more player-listic, pimpish type dudes. They got the sauce, they got the swag, they got the lingo. You know what I'm saying? Like they gonna put the drip on. You know what I'm saying? That's what Atlanta is, and that's how it's always been.
Yeah.
Versus making, they always been the gangster niggas. You know the niggas that want to just shoot you in the face because you stepped on his shoe. You know what I'm saying? You look at it, you scared to look at a nigga bitch because this nigga gonna motherfucking shoot the whole goddamn club up by this bitch. So, you know, making the nigga with the braids, with the Dickie suits and Chuck Taylors on, dope man Nikes, and they out there throwing up motherfucking gang signs and ready to shoot something. So the niggas in Atlanta, although, you know, the niggas in Atlanta, they living, you know, you got everywhere you go, you got niggas that's living like that. You know what I'm saying? That's on the dumb shit.
Right.
But more so, making is concentrated in dumb shit. So making got a reputation for straight dumb shit.
It's like you said, if that's all you seeing, that's exactly what you gonna fall into.
Making got a reputation for the straight ignorant shit. You know what I'm saying? All the ignorant shit, no money, ain't really no money coming up out this bitch. Only coming up out this bitch is a body. You see what I'm saying? Now Atlanta, they known for, you know, being players, you know, outcast, Southern playalistic, you know what I'm saying, goody mark, you know, different, you know, they got a different swag and a different energy, and that's cool.
Right.
Because at some point, you know, the culture, the making culture gotta, hopefully they transition to, you know, the more playalistic and living culture, which is Atlanta. You see what I'm saying? So that I had to go through that process as well. Cause you know, when I first moved to Atlanta, I was on some straight up making shit, like, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, gangster this, gangster that. But you know, after a while you realize that shit ain't hitting on shit, you know what I'm saying? A real gangster is a man that take care of his family and provide for his protect and provide for his loved ones and and contribute towards building his community rather than destroying his community. You see what I'm saying?
Real shit.
Yeah.
That's hard.
Nah, that's real.
Positive vibe.
So going out to Atlanta, you went serious, or you got real serious with the music shit. Started laying down that shit. What was the first? When I
went to Atlanta, I got serious with the dope shit.
Okay.
I needed
So the music
more
came later.
clientele. I needed more clientele. I needed to tap into the ATL drug market. I needed more clientele.
So when did you know you could do something with the music?
I mean, that shit. I told you I could do something with music when I was little.
Yeah.
But see, what niggas don't understand, in order to do something with music, you gotta have the money.
Yeah, you gotta have money behind it.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Any success story that you see throughout the music industry, I don't give a fuck. You go back to Master P, you go back to Birdman, Cash Money, even you go back to Suge Knight and Harrio. Well, you go back in history, you understand that these niggas didn't do this shit, you know what I'm saying, on their face card.
Right.
These niggas had money. They had to have money to finance this shit. Okay. So if a nigga ain't, you know what I'm saying, got no money to finance their rap career, and, you know, I don't know what to tell you. Like, rapping ain't for a nigga, because you're going to spend tons of money. Most artists spend at least $1 million before they even get a breakthrough. And I'm talking about a real deal $1 million. It may not be the artist himself, but it's somebody behind that motherfucking artist. It's the P behind the little baby. It's the motherfucking Master P behind the Silk Shocker. Silk the Shocker. It's the Suge Knight behind the motherfucking Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So niggas, somebody got to be breaking bread somewhere. Yeah. And if a nigga ain't breaking bread, you know, you just got to pray for a TikTok breakthrough or some shit. You know what I'm saying? But some money got to be allocated towards this motherfucking music. You feel me?
Yeah. Hey, so you said you was touching money young. How young is we talking? Like, you know, low 20s or teenage years?
I mean, honestly, I had my own apartment when I was 11 years old. I've been on my own since I was 11. I've been paying bills since I was 11 years old.
So how you think, like, people
back then let me look in the eye and say this shit at you? I mean, I'm a legend in my city. Like, I'm an iconic coming from where I'm from.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
talking about the come up, though. Because, you know, a lot of niggas hate. You got money at a young age, it's going to be a few niggas hating on you.
I mean, niggas going to always hate, but it's certain realities niggas can't deny. A nigga might tell you, oh man, that nigga, man, I'm telling you, man, that nigga a fuck nigga, but boy, that nigga get a lot of money.
Hey, oh God. They gonna say
nigga, I get what they gonna say. Some shit like, my nigga, I don't like that pussy ass nigga, but that nigga be fucking a lot of hoes. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Yeah. So that's just how the game go. Like, you know, in the midst of the hate, you gonna hear the truth.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh, my nigga, I'm telling you, bro. That nigga go out bad by them hoes, but my nigga, don't play with that nigga. That nigga smack you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Real quick.
Yeah. That is real. Yeah.
You feel me?
All right, so shit.
So you been had rap. You been.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know, that ain't that. I mean, gotta understand, man. A lot of people put the almighty emphasis on the bad, on money. You know what I'm saying? And money is very important. I ain't gonna never sit here and act like it ain't important, because you can't do shit really in this world without money. I mean, you can't even get no food. You know what I'm saying? You just shelter, this shit, everything requires money. So let me make that clear. Nevertheless, anybody can make money as long as you got a plan. You know what I'm saying? If you got a plan, if you execute that plan and you stay consistent and persistent, and it depends on how determined, how hard, how badly you want something. You can get money. The most lamest people, you know what I'm saying? The most bitch ass niggas in the world got money. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that don't make them niggas solid niggas.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying? Niggas just got a dick out they just pull the dick out his mouth. He got a pocket full of money. So you know what I'm saying? Like, let's just be clear. So a lot of people put them emphasis on the bag like that. It is something when you come from nothing and you didn't receive a handout and you know become successful in whatever you do. You gotta give people their flowers on that type of shit, because it's hard out here. It's challenging. You know, just to be able to consistently pay your bills every month and take care of your kids or whatever you got going on. Like, that's a task. So to be able to pay your bills every month, take care of your kids, and have extra to do, you know, extracurricular activities, nigga. Yeah. Nigga, you doing great as a black man.
Oh, that's real.
You know what I'm saying? So you always gotta give props where it's due. But you know what I'm saying? It ain't that hard to make no money. Only thing you gotta do is find a niche. Once you find what's for you and that shit start working for you, you know, you run that shit up and you invest it and you save. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know when to hold, you gotta know when to go. You gotta know when to hold, you gotta know when to fold. So that's the thing about money. Money easy to make. A lot of people don't realize that. you can make tons of money, but it's so hard to keep that shit though. It's so hard to invest that shit and continuously make that shit make money for you. That's the hard part about the money. You see athletes, you see all types of people who done had crazy ass motherfucking $100 million contracts or whatever the case, and them niggas be fucked up and broke today. It's because, they got the money. The money was easy to get, you know what I'm saying, to a degree, but they didn't have the skill set to invest that money and make that money make more money.
True.
You see what I'm saying? So money to me, once you begin to play with a certain amount of money, it always attract itself to you. Like when I was young, I made $1 million. So it's easy now for me to have millions of dollars. Like what the fuck is $1 million? I made this shit when I was 15 years old. When I was 17, I had $1 million. So now it's like that type of energy I don't know what it is, but it just becomes easy for you to continue to at least stay on that level. But now, if you had $1 million when you were 17 years old, now you 27 years old, shit, you at least need $2-3 million, right?
Yeah, it's real.
You see what I'm saying? Because you don't want to be in the same place you was motherfucking 10 years ago.
Uh-huh.
It's about elevation, right?
Yeah.
So
Sure.
if you climbing up the financial scale, you definitely need to, outdo yourself at 17 years old.
Yeah.
But then again, you can't, because when you 17, you be more ambitious. And you be more willing to take risks. You'll be willing to put it all on the line. Versus when you get older, you like, shit, man, I got a family now. I got to calm down a little bit more. I can't do all this shit I used to do.
Yeah.
So it really depends on how you want to look at the shit.
That's true.
For me, I got that spirit of, I was ambitious back then. Now I'm 10 times more ambitious. I got a family, I love them to death. That make me go even harder. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's just what it is, though. You know what I'm saying, when it comes to that money shit.
What's the hardest shit you had to overcome or get through to get to where you at right now?
Man, I done went through so much shit, fam.
What was your biggest distraction? Like what you know now that you wouldn't do?
I think, I caught 35 years in the penitentiary. So, you know what I'm saying? I think that was like the hardest ordeal I ever encountered, you know what I'm saying, that I had to actually get through. I did a lot of time, you know what I'm saying, end up, getting my case, you know what I'm saying, overturned, modified, and I got out of prison. But I think that's the most difficult, one of the most difficult experiences I went through, you know what I'm saying. Another real difficult experience I went through was when my sister, like me and her was like real close. When I was in the pen, I was just getting ready to get out the pen, and she was fighting cancer. She died on the phone with me while we was on FaceTime while I was in a cell in prison.
I'm sorry to hear that, man.
And she took her last breath when I was like 14 months away from coming home after serving a lot of years, you know what I'm saying, over
Sorry
a decade.
to hear
So
that.
I think that was one of those experiences, you know what I'm saying? But I also utilized that detrimental experience to fuel my fire. You know what I'm saying? Fuel the flame that I had in me to get out here and go crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, with the new music coming out, how you feeling on that, and how you doing with all the little promotion run you doing right now? How you feel you doing?
I mean, we doing great. Actually, we doing great. You know what I'm saying? All our numbers is shooting to the roof. We getting calls from all around the country. Shows, deals, and etc. So we doing great, you know what I'm saying, musically. Yeah. I mean, I couldn't ask to be any farther than I'm at, considering, the time that we in right now, under the circumstances that we've been going, you know what I'm saying, this music shit. So musically, I'm really happy where we at.
What advice would you give a younger person like you, or somebody that, that's in the game or just want to rap or anything?
A 17-year-old you.
Yeah,
These
what advice?
17-years got $1 million.
What mistakes don't, like, what route don't
you gonna
take?
tell them to do with that million?
Musically, I'm gonna address that, but I think for any, 17-year-old, 18-year-old, 19-year-old, I think what we get distracted at, we get distracted with these women out here. You know what I'm saying? So I would tell a younger me, you know what I'm saying, to don't be committing or getting caught up with these females in a way that it becomes, you know what I'm saying, so important in your life that you get distracted and lose focus on pursuing your dreams or whatever your goals are. Because, you know what I'm saying, you can get fucked up with these women out here and go to having kids, and before you know it, you done goofed up your dreams because now you gotta, you ain't got the time that you need on your hands to be able to pursue whatever it is you want to pursue.
Shit.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of these females out here, they'll distract you all the way around the board. When you go back in history, you'll see that that you go to some of the greatest empires, greatest empires in the world, you'll see goddamn that a lot of these dynasties was destroyed because of a woman, or it had something to do associated with a woman. So, you know what I'm saying, I tell men to stay focused on their goals. You can have fun with the women, but don't be so serious before it's time for you to be too serious. You see what I'm saying? 'Cause that shit it'll knock you off your pivot. And another thing, when it comes to the music, I'm always telling a nigga just go, man. Fuck it. Fuck what a nigga, if a nigga tell you can't do this, you can't do that, just go. Just go. You know what I'm saying? Just go. Fuck it. Just do the impossible. What they say you can't do, just make them regret that they said you can't do it. Just go. Just keep going. Drop your shit. Do your thing. Handle your business. You know what I'm saying? Be your unique self. Just keep it pushing, man. You feel me?
That's real. I got a question. So you say you did 35 years.
No, I ain't say that.
I mean, you got sentenced to 35 years.
Yeah.
You got your case overturned. That's an obstacle.
Modified, yeah.
Yeah, modified, overturned. God, that's an obstacle God thought a lot of niggas, then they can't overcome that. So I want to hear what made you what kept your head on straight to get through some shit like that, and then you got out and nigga full head of steam. A lot of niggas get institutionalized. I got an uncle who can't stay out that motherfucker. So
yeah.
I just want to know,
I mean, when I first went to prison and shit, my nigga, when the judge first sentenced me, my heart was shattered into pieces, right? And I felt like I wasn't gonna ever get out. So, truthfully, I didn't, I thought about suicide. I tried that shit a couple of times, cut my wrist and shit. You know what I'm saying? I seen blood skeeting out of my motherfucking wrist. You know what I'm saying? I was about to, hit my jugular vein in my neck one time. But I think what I did was I kept on, I prayed and I prayed and I kept on hoping. I stayed hopeful. When I slit my wrist one day with a razor, I was like, damn, my nigga, what if tomorrow I fuck around and get my case overturned? Yeah. And I done motherfucking did this stupid ass shit and I'm free again. So at some point I was like, I gotta motherfucking man up and just hold my motherfucking chin up, my chest out. I gotta do no matter how painful, how excruciatingly painful this shit is, I gotta thug this shit on out, my nigga, cause you know what I'm saying, I did this shit to myself. I was living like that on the street. Now that I got this time, I gotta just man up and motherfucking and live like that while I'm in here. So I got closer to God and I started reading a lot of books. And I always remain hopeful. I always envision myself. I kind of psychologically psych myself out. I used to be in my cell rapping and shit, acting like I'm rocking big shows, damn, when I get out of here, I'm gonna rock big shows. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'll be looking into magazines like the Raw Report magazines. They had all these motherfucking exotic cars and houses in here. And I used to, visually put myself inside of this car, riding up my block, and niggas like, damn, man, look at that nigga go, that nigga out. You know, I used to put myself in these houses like, damn, I'm sitting in the backyard on a pool with a beautiful model next to me. So I psyched myself out to believe that this shit was gonna really happen, and that gave me time, and that gave me it gave me hope. So what it did, it added fuel to my flame, and it caused me to go to the law library and really start fighting my way up out that motherfucker, studying these case laws and shepherdizing these cases, cause now I gotta get home. I gotta get to this concert. I gotta get on this motherfucking stage. I gotta get this motherfucking new Rolls Royce. I gotta get this Lambo. I gotta get home. Now I'm pacing my cell, and bitch, all that's going through my mind is the United States Constitution, the 14th Amendment of the United States Constitution. I'm reciting the Constitution in my head. I gotta learn this shit by heart, cause I gotta get out this motherfucking penitentiary.
Respect.
And that's what I did. You see what I'm saying? And that's how I got out the motherfucking pen.
Well,
Yeah.
Before we get up out of here,
Trap of the
That's
year.
real shit.
I got
Now,
two
hold on, wait,
questions.
I'm a young nigga, so I ain't never like, I wouldn't know nothing about that. But I want to salute you for like making
real.
it through that mental wars.
No, that's real.
Like, that shit really make or break niggas.
You put yourself
Came
in
out strong.
something where you was
A lot
trying to
of
be
niggas-
better.
A lot of niggas deserve their flowers for shit. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, love it,
You
dog.
was focusing on something way better, putting yourself
Yeah.
on something. Like, nigga, this is where I'm gonna be at. This gonna happen. I'm gonna be here. Everything gonna play. I'm gonna be on the stage. I'm gonna
Shout
be
out to
driving
all
these
the
cars.
niggas.
You know what's
I'm gonna
crazy,
be
my
in that.
nigga? I'm gonna tell you some real shit, right? You know what's crazy, man? Like, everything that I envision, you know what I'm saying? I actually accomplished that shit when I got out of prison, man.
How was
Yeah,
the
that's
feeling
beautiful.
when you accomplished?
Since I've been out of prison, you know, I ain't on it. I'm just giving you fact. I like Lamborghinis and motherfucking brand new Vets, brand new Benzes, you know what I'm saying? The best houses, the most expensive motherfucking jewelry, the baddest bitches, like nigga going all around the world, going out on world stages with major artists, nigga. I done all that shit.
Man, I seen you with JEEZY, RALO. How
I done all that shit. You see what I'm saying? So obviously that shit worked. You know what I'm saying? I'm a living testimony. That shit worked, homie.
All right. Any shout outs you want to throw out there that we need to keep a lookout for, man?
Oh yeah, so I need everybody to go stream my new single.
Stream
Trapper
it, stream
of the
it, stream
Year.
it.
Trapper of the Year.
Trapper
Stream
of the
my new
Year.
single featuring Trey Lawson and Bigger Rankin, man, the OG. You know what I'm saying? Also, I
Nice.
just dropped a new single with Rollo and Derez Deshaun called 3 the Hard Way. If y'all niggas ain't seen niggas ain't check my shit out.
Yeah, we look.
Y'all make sure y'all check my shit out. Y'all tell everybody in Kansas City. I love everybody in Kansas City. I fuck with KC. I wish I had on some red right now.
You good. Super Bowl next week.
Super Bowl.
Because I don't though. You know what I'm saying? Let them know that my heart is. Huh?
You gotta get a jersey.
Yeah, I got. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all get me a jersey,
We gonna
man. Y'all make sure y'all get me a Kansas City motherfucking
Next
Chiefs
time you
jersey.
come back, we gonna
I
have
am
a
a
jersey.
fan, and I want everybody in Kansas City to fuck with Goldmouf Famgoon because I fuck with Kansas City, man. I love y'all.
We
for sure.
appreciate that. All the way from Atlanta, man. Goldmouf, man. Most hated. We in this motherfucker. We appreciate that for sure. He'll be back.
She hate it when she see me out in public, I don't wanna speak. I be on point around my niggas, so I don't wanna blink. Got my chains on, Ray just pulled up in a fucking Jeep. You know that you selling good gas.